Hungry Jack's new double toe.
Alright. Pack review. Haven't done one of these in Master Duel in a while. Apparently, you've actually had the full. Or I think the full pack leak. Otherwise, it's just like the predicted cards or something. I don't know. Either way, I've got some cards to look at, so good enough for me. I don't normally get to do these because normally you don't actually have the full pack leaks outside of what Decade does. And he doesn't leak everything until the last day anyway. Mega excited for Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul seems pretty fun. It's nice to see there's a bunch of meta-relevant sort of things in here. Or potentially meta-relevant. One gigabyte update? Oh yeah, we'll be going through all the stuff that was leaked from that too, not just the pack. Not that there was that much leaked, mostly just art stuffs. We got full leak with no videos since Decade on vacation right now, or he should do it without the videos now. It's so much better for me, personally, when he doesn't do it via video, so I can actually just go through the cards on a stream. It's way more fun. Or at least do the video and leak the cards at the same time, so like a, I don't know. Vanquish Soul for the win. A lot of people seem excited about that archetype. It does seem like it's going to be one of the actual relevant archetypes in the game, so... Just there with the power of data mining. That all leaks are. You haven't seen a whole lot on the, Prismatic Series number 4 when? Fuck off. Anyway, alright, let's have a look at these, leak arenas. Alright. What's it? This one? Oh, yeah. Alright. So we've got some stuff to look at. We've got all the cards from the pack, supposedly, unless they change something or add something by surprise. I've also got a bunch of other stuff to look at, so I guess we'll look at the other stuff first quickly, and then we'll go through the cards. There's not a whole lot of other stuff to look at anyway. We have got a bunch of animations to look at, though, which we'll look at via this Master Duel Guide Twitter, run by Brad himself. Alright, so what we got in here. November 6th update. So I think these are coming on the 9th for me. I don't know what date that is for you guys. Whenever that is, so... 2 days and 17 hours from now is when this pack releases. And probably all the cosmetics with it, I imagine. Alright, we're getting new animations. One for Singularity. I'll make this bigger so the... Okay. Singularity, we're getting one for the Arrival Cyberse. Bit late on this one, but we are eventually getting one. We're getting one for this dude who just came out, I think. This dude just came out, and this dude who was coming out. So if you want to see those animations, I'll go through some of them briefly. We've got the, quality gonna be this low. Oh, whatever this will do. Wowee. Actually kind of sick, not gonna lie. We've got the Firewall Dragon, the new one. Yeah, not quite as good as the last one, but it's alright. Arrival gets power cracked and now's animation. I'm not sure it's really power cracked, is it? I don't think this Firewall isn't immune to card effects, right? I haven't actually gone through its effect yet. We'll go through it in a second. I know it bounces a couple of cards or something. I don't actually know much about its effect yet. Alright, we've got a new Super Poly animation, which I think is currently in game. Is new Firewall good? Yes. Though it's debatable on, for example, MathMech. They can go for the new Firewall if you want to, but it's probably better to go for not the new Firewall. It's not the inboard's weak or anything, it's just, I think the other inboard's typically better. But the new Firewall cards are definitely good in MathMech, regardless of that. Alright. Got the 2 people playing this card, there you go. I think that's... I know we've got another one. Yeah, some fairly basic-ish animations on that one. Look at this, yeah. Oh god. It looks so much worse when it's missing all that background stuff. Like, it looks so skinny. It needs its background behind it. Anyway. Alright, so that's all the animations. Can you U-Link with it? Yeah, you can U-Link with the new Firewall. Can you V-Link with it? Don't know, probably. Shouldn't there be some way you can set that up, but it's probably not going to be a very meta-relevant way to play it. The Duel Link's Time Lord animation? I don't even remember what that looks like. Alright. We got the 25th anniversary campaign coming along, which is giving us alternative arts for Slither, Obelisk, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. This one's sick, by the way. This one's in Duel Links. It looks absolutely sick. Not sure about these two, though. Not a huge fan of them. You'll notice on the Steam page, too, for it. It's up here, so... It's definitely coming this anniversary. So, getting anniversary, and we're getting some skins. The Ra one looks actually amazing, though. I didn't get a trend for a god card? True. The only thing that I'm taking note of this is that we're probably going to get animations for this. Because currently, by the way, you know there's no animations for the god cards? How absurd is that? No animations for any of these currently. There's literally animations for, I think, is it for Sphere Mode? And there's one for the, it's like Graveyard Ra card thing, right? They have game ending animations? Oh, okay, like, yeah, like DM Blue Eyes. There's no shot they won't have animations. You know, it's so stupid they currently don't. They better add them. And they better not just be for the alt arts. God, that'd be silly. Alright, what else we got? The new pack, which we'll go through last, obviously. A new secret pack for the Exo Sisters. Got the Ritual Festival, which should be pretty fun, though I'm not sure how well this will work. The issue with the Ritual Festival is a lot of the decks that play Ritual kind of need the extra deck. Because even Cyber Angel, which is something that I'm pretty excited to play in a festival like this, it kind of needs the extra to be able to do the cool Natasha plays where you want to link summon so you can get it in the graveyard and keep repeating it to steal your opponent's stuff. So it kind of sucks not to have extra deck for this. Also means you can't search with like Herald, so yeah, so it's a bit sus how they'll do this if they ban just extra deck cards in general, but we'll see. Alright, solo mode for Gen X Controller, a card that got a... Oh, it's just for Gen X in general, I think? Yeah. Gen X Controller, a card that was at a time limited or banned in Duel Links or something. Alright. Some icons, there you go. Some sleeves. I don't know what that is. What archetype is this? I assume this is the new archetype. What archetype is this? Is that Nouvelle, whatever it is? Or something? Wait, that's Vanquished? Wait, are they both Vanquished? Who was that? Oh, it's you. I see. Okay. Alright. Got some water mats and stuff, which is pretty cool. The Makanko Festival. The funniest thing about the Makanko Festival is all the missions for this will be to do like with ritual summoning. And Makanko doesn't actually ritual summon, they're just going to use the quick play spell to summon. So you're literally not even going to be able to complete the missions by playing Makanko in its festival. That is really dumb. But anyway. Alright, some water stuff, pretty cool. I'm a pretty big fan of water decks, so especially this icon looks pretty sick. I thought we already had a water case. I was pretty certain we did, so that's a bit weird. And a monster art thing for your thing. Alright, let's have a look at the cards now. So I've gone through a few deck lists for these already to see which archetypes seem like they're going to be relevant in the game for you guys that don't play the TCG, including myself. I don't play, so I went through and looked to see what stuff would be relevant. It looks like the Vanquish Soul stuff is very relevant. There's a lot of toppings for that one. I think it got like 4th place at Worlds or something, I think someone said. Yeah, so Vanquish Souls is looking pretty good, and so is the Firewall stuff looks pretty good as well, but also looks like it's just like a math mech variation if you want to play it in math mech. Not even like necessarily needed. So good luck pulling. I'm not doing any pulling today, we're reviewing. No pulls today. Second place at Recent Weiss, yes, yeah. So I think we'll save Extra for last, because Extra's probably a bit more exciting, and we'll go through the we'll do main deck stuff and go downwards. Yeah. Alright, so first card we're starting off with. God, do I have to read any of these card names? Aren't they all in, like, French? I don't know French. Man. Poisoner de Nouvelles? Oh god. This is gonna be embarrassing. Anyway. If you control a ritual monster, you can target one monster on the field, special summon this card, then change that monster's battle position. You can use the effect once per turn. So that's important, because a lot of the cards can only tribute attack position monsters, I believe. So this is important for... Battle position changing is actually important in this archetype. Aussie Reach French themed Japanese cards. You never heard of these cards, or is it they can't be that good? I mean, for the if we're talking the Nouvelles, they're not that great. They're mostly just a big meme for Hunger Burger. Alright, if this card's normal spell summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Add one level 1 ritual monster or one recipe card from your deck to your hand. So I assume recipes are the ritual spells. Banish any number of recipe cards from your graveyard and spell summon one Nouvelle ritual monster from your hand with a level equal to the number banished. Okay. You can only use each effects once per turn. If this card on the field is tributed, then added to the extra deck, you can place a card in your pendulum zone. Okay. Well, this card seems pretty goddamn sick, not gonna lie. I think every single part of this effects are good. So it's mainly used for the monster effect, and then when it's used as tribute, it can become a pendulum effect to change battle position, which is very important for the cards like to tribute attack position stuff, I believe, somewhere in there. So I assume this is like an instant 3-of. Bring out some, I'm bringing out YGO Pro if I want to look up some burger lists when we want to go through the archetype, but yeah, I assume this is going to be a 3-of. I'm going to give a OTK video in. I'm not even sure if I want to go second or first with this. This archetype seems like it's built for going second, but it has some going first plays. Like, it has a counter trap and stuff, so I don't even know if I want to go first or second with it. You can also play like a small Makanko package, which kind of also leans to a bit going second, so I don't know how I want to play it. Gen X controller is a mate. Every time I see Gen X controller, I just get reminded that card managed to get itself limited in Duel Links and how funny that is. A normal monster managed to get limited in Duel Links. Jesus. Alright, Rose Papillon. I have no idea what this card is. During your main phase, you contribute to someone level 7 or higher monster in attack position in addition to your normal summon or set. While you control another insect monster, this card can attack directly. Alright, so I assume this card is actually just not played anywhere. I have no clue what this thing is. No decks found, not even in meme decks. Okay, didn't even have to search up tournament decks, it's just not played at all. Alright, cool, moving on. Alright, cards that are played though. Firewall Defensor. This card is going to be a new starter for Mathmech. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for the link summon of a Cyburst monster, you can spell summon one Firewall monster from your deck, except Firewall Defensor. You cannot spell summon monsters for the turn you activate this effect, except Cyburst monsters. If a Firewall monster you control will be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect once per turn. Alright. So if the if it wasn't enough, the rest of the effect, it's also got a nice little graveyard protection for your boss monster. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this card is absolutely sick. It's just extends instantly, so. Honeycomb with Insector? Oh god. Yeah, this card's really good. I've already got,
Janice is wondering, is it...
I'll just show you the start of this combo real quick, because this is using the new card. I'll probably show off this full combo at the end, but just for now I'll show off the, just Firewall doing Firewall things. Once I get through the adverts, of course. Ads. Not have an ad blocker turned on. What the hell? Wanting to support creators? What the hell? That's messed up. Anyway. So, from a singular Firewall, by the way. One singular Firewall. Singular one. You end on your full combo into your big boy, your big dragon, plus Mathmech Circular. Oh, sorry, Mathmech Super Factorial, not Circular. You do get Circular as part of the combo, but yeah. You summon it, do a bunch of stuff, link off into things, grab Splash Mage, blah, 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 blah. Get your dude, and that's how it works. So, we'll show off that combo at the end. But that's, yeah. You can also go for I think it's in the second combo you showed in this one. You can also just go for this combo instead, which is the same thing. Is this the Mathmech one? Yeah, it is this one. He ends on this one, So you can go for either this card with your Super Factorial, or you can go for your Firewall Super Factorial. Both are pretty good. So, banger card. If Circular doesn't get limited, I don't know what to say. Normally do their limits before the new packs arrive. They are planning to limit something, so I don't think it's getting limited. Which is kind of weird, because I think both in OCG and TCG it's limited, Circular. It is alright. Yes, limited one in both OCG and TCG, because Mathmech is going to be so goddamn strong in Master Duel. In comparison. So that's kind of neat. Alright. No ads, but no revenue for YouTubers, as Liam is kind. That's why I gotta give some support to creators, you know, considering I'm a YouTuber. It'd be kind of hypocritical not to, or sort of. Mathmaker's a hand trap deck. I mean, it's a hand trap deck, but not in the same way Salad is, because it actually has disruption. You know, it actually does something as opposed to Salad, which is just draw some cards with Heat Soul and pray. Alright, Vanquish Soul, Dr. Madlove. Okay, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one Vanquish Soul spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. Quick effect, you can activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Dark, one face-up monster your opponent controls, lose 500 attack and defense. Okay, don't really care. Dark and Earth, return the one monster with the lowest defense on the field to the hand, your choice if tied. As you can't use both the effects? Okay. You can use each effect once per turn and cannot activate more than one in the same chain. Alright, so this one's got a nice search effect and it's got a potential bounce, but it's kind of a, it's not that restrictive a restriction, I guess, but it's a little bit of a sus restriction on it, but it is a bounce. So from my knowledge of this archetype, which isn't very vast, I've seen like 2 videos on it. This whole archetype's about having different attributes in your hand, and you can use those attributes for various effects. Which is pretty useful because one of the main attributes is fire, and a lot of them has like a lot of weird synergy with like Ash Blossom and like Kashtira cards. So yeah, I think this is more of a searcher piece though than an actual like part of the disruption for the deck. I don't think you tend to want to bounce with this thing as often as you want to use the other disruptions. Now Kashtira also has different attributes. Alright. Vanquish Soul, Pantera. If you control no monster in your main monster zone, you can spell summon this card from your hand. This one had that effect too, right? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, this one just has that. Okay. You can summon to your hand. Quick effect, you can activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Earth. This card cannot be destroyed battle this turn, don't care. Earth and Fire. Destroy all spell and trap cards in this card's column. Alright, you can use each effect once per turn, and you can activate more than one in the same chain. So I also hear that you can special summon these things via, like the cards can swap at some point. They swap stuff over. I'm not sure how the swapping stuff works, but you swap them with like monsters on the field. So putting this in different columns and removes back row. I think this card's a one-off from most lists I saw, because it's just the back row removal one. So not as prevalent as the other stuff, but if you're against an archetype you need some back row removal, there you go. Oh yeah, you can reveal Maxi as well for this archetype. That's disgusting. Ash Blossom and Maxi are both very prevalent archetype attributes for this. Damn. Doctor Strange, is that you? I think of Dr. Mundo when I hear Doctor anything, but anyway. Fucking League of Legends brain. Big can return your... okay. She's very waifu. Apparently, she's the, from the sleeve, apparently. So there you go. Alright, moving on. Could you run these with Pearlies? I don't know why you'd want to. Alright, Vanquish Soul, Raisin. So I think this is your main starter. Alright, if this card is normal special summoned, you can add one non-warrior Vanquish Soul monster from your deck to your hand. Quick effect, you can activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Fire, this card can be destroyed by card effects this turn. Fire and Dark, destroy all other monsters in this card's column. So I think this card's your main starter, and it's removal as well. So, yeah, you want 16 of this in your deck list. This is the main reason you have Small World, I think. You're running 3 Small World, and you're running a bunch of stuff that can, like the Flame Kaiju, I think gets run, so you can have a way of searching for this with Small World as a, bridge. Yeah, I think you can probably use Ash for this as well, right? Yeah, you can reveal Ash. So yeah, plenty of options for this. Alright. Then we have your Firewall Phantom. I think this is a one-off. I think it's part of the, it's like a combo piece or something. I'm not particularly sure. If this card is sent to the graveyard's material for the link summon of a Cyberburst monster, you can have one Signet, Spell, and Trap card from your deck to your hand, and discard one card. Banish this card from your graveyard during the end phase of this turn. Shuffle one Cyberburst monster from your graveyard into the deck. Use each effect once per turn. So I think there's actually a I'm just kind of curious on the ratios of this thing. Try moving. Wait, is no one using this thing? Maybe no one's using this thing. Firewall. Alright, these are. What are you doing? So is anyone playing this card? Probably not. It doesn't look like it's seeing any play. Alright. So apparently this card not getting played. There you go. Done a quick investigation. It looks like nobody cares about this thing. Do one final check. Yeah, no one cares about it. Alright. So we don't care about that one. At least not for our math mech. You search a Signet Mining. True, because there's a search for Crosswipe. It's more of a Duel Links combo card, this one. It's probably pretty good in like some generic Cyberburst deck, maybe. But I think for if you're just doing Firewall combos, this isn't part of the Firewall combo, so you don't really need it. Alright. Vanquish Soul Jalong? Jalong is released on the second wave, but if they release him in this one set, this will be very good. I mean, if you're talking about the card on screen right now, they're probably releasing him in this set. Alright, if you reveal a card in your... Oh, shit. If you reveal a card in your hand to activate a Vanquish Soul card or effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with listed attributes. Okay, fire. Change the battle position of one monster on the field. Fire and fire. Okay, 2 fires. Add one Vanquish Soul card from your deck to your hand, except... Okay, so this is add any Vanquish card. And he special summons himself if you just happen to already just use the effect of another Vanquish Soul. And has a battle position change, which isn't that relevant, but it's something, I guess. Alright, so even more searches, but you have to have fire and a fire. I'm assuming you can't reveal the same card twice. Just bold assumption. That'd be kind of stupid if you could. Which deck would be good? Singularity? There's... You can play it in Math Mech and it will be good, but it's not going to be as good as just playing the standard Math Mech combo with the new Firewall support. But it can be played in Math Mech, and it's still good in Math Mech. It's just debatable whether or not it's the best end field. Because I think the new Firewall, I haven't read the card yet, but I've heard it's a bounce effect, and the standard Math Mech combo with the new support's a negate effect. So generally people prefer the negate stuff. If we're talking about turn 1 fields, that is. I think you can also play it in, oh my god, the stupid deck that we just got a new animation for. You can play it in this thing too, I think. Ignista. So... Alright. Then we have your Vanquish Soul Pluto HG, which is the only one that I couldn't see in any deck list. So I think this card isn't used, I think. And if it is used, it's like some one-off for some reason. Let me have a look. I don't think anything was using this card. Have a look. Or maybe I'm talking out my ass. Oh my god, it's used everywhere. Never mind. I'm talking out my ass. It just wasn't used in half the lists. Is it only a one-off then? In some lists? Yeah, it's a one-off card. So I believe this card is like a 0/1 thing. Let's read it first so we actually know what it does before judging it. During your opponent's turn, if you control no monsters or only Vanquish Soul monsters in your momentum zone, quick effect, you can spell summon this card from your hand. Quick effect, you activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Fire, this card gains 3000 defense. Okay. Dark and Earth, this card gains 3000 attack. I see why this is only like a potential 0/1 over then. Okay. Yeah, so you don't really need this thing. Oh, is this one was used to search before the new fire came out? Is that how that works? Or new card before this one came out? Oh, because Raisin's the only other fire, so you'd search for this one now instead of this one. Right, so you just don't need this card? You can still play. I see a lot of people still sort of playing it here and there. But it's definitely more of a... Yeah, you don't have to play it. At least I think they'll... I'm pretty certain they'll list the way I'm playing it. Yeah, first the list I click on doesn't play it. Alright. So I think me personally, I probably wouldn't play this thing. I'd just play a hand trap over it. Just an extra hand trap or something. Alright, Vanquish Soul Heavy Burger. Very fitting card name for a other archetype that's currently coming in here. Alright, Mr. Borgia, or Burger. During the main phase quick effect, you can target one non-machine Vanquish Soul monster you control, return it to the hand. If you do, spirit summon this card from your hand. Quick effect, you activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Draw one card, okay, good for hand traps. Earth or Fire, inflict burn damage. Not too good in Master Duel because we don't have a time limit, so... Alright, so this card's pretty good. I like drawing cards, I don't mind. So it's got a bounce effect on it. It's a good way to dodge imperms, I guess. Maybe Burger. Yeah, it was the only other fire, I think? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense anyway. Alright. I do like drawing cards in decks that are probably playing a billion hand traps, which I assume these guys are playing quite a few. Not that many, actually. Let's see OCG. Are you guys hand trapping out your ass or what? Yeah, this one's looking like a few more hand traps. Oh, that's a lot of hand traps. Jeez, okay. How many copies of this dude are we running? Heavy Burger. He's just 3 off, is he? Yeah, he's a 3 off. Alright, sounds good. I like drawing cards. Alright, then we have, I think, the boss monster of the deck, but I think you only run him at 2 of, because he's searchable, or 2 or 1 of. Yeah, I think he's a 2 of, in like every list. 2 or 1. Alright, Vanquish Soul Caesar Valius. During the main phase, quick effect, you can target one non-dragon Vanquish Soul monster you control, return it to the hand, and if you do, spirit summon this card from your hand. Quick effect, you activate one of these effects by revealing monsters in your hand with the listed attributes. Earth. This face-up card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects this turn. Okay. Earth, Fire, and Dark. Destroy one card on the field. That's an awful lot of attributes to have in hand. But I assume with all the searches this deck has, that isn't too hard. Especially considering Ash Blossom and this dude, wherever he is. Fenrir. Hey, you're not playing Fenrir in these lists. Well, some people are playing Fenrir. Fenrir, Ash Blossom, and these guys, your Bystials are Dark, so it's pretty easy to cover these attributes, considering your tech cards also fit with them, so... Yeah, max the Ash and a Bystial will fill the requirements, as well as the in-archetype stuff that you search for, so it shouldn't be too hard. I can finally play Virtual Soul without destroying my wallet? Are you sure about that? I don't know how many Ultra Rares are going to be in here. Only 1 confirmed so far. Wait, these are the animations. 2 already confirmed Ultra Rare. I don't know about that one. Could still be a bit of a wallet buster. It could be. Alright. Fenrir is banned in the OCG. Is it fully banned? It's probably limited. Is Fenrir fully banned in OCG? Fenrir. Oh my god, it's fully banned. I didn't even know that. I thought it was unlimited to 1. What the fuck? They banned Fenrir? Alright, that's why Fenrir is not seeing play in these decks. It's almost like it's completely banned. Right, okay. Well, I think we're going to be playing Fenrir, because I think Fenrir, on top of being an Earth, it also can search for a fire if you want to play one copy of, what's his face? So you can just summon him, search for a fire monster, and you've already got activations for your dudes that need fire. Like this card, for example, or whatever else. Alright. Full active duplex. So this is a dinosaur looking thing? Cyburst? I'm not having high hopes for this card. Linked monsters you control can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. You can use each effect, each of the following effects once per turn. You banish 2 linked monsters from your graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand. If this card's into the graveyard, you can target 1 Cyber's monster you control, it gains 1,000 attack. Alright. I mean, it doesn't sound like the worst card out there, but I think it's more of a meme by the looks of things. It's something you'd use to just get some Giga Lethals in. But I don't think it's anything that's competitively viable. Yeah. Let me just make sure I've reset this. Yeah, I don't think this is anything particularly competitively viable. We already have this guy in Duel Links? What, this dinosaur? I don't think it's in Duel Links. I'm kind of curious about that now. I don't think it's in Duel Links. No, it's not in Duel Links. I'd be surprised if it was. It's a free monster. Uxie's okay. Alright, moving on. First of our Nouvelles, I think. Yeah, first one we're going through, other than this dude, of course. First ritual, at least. Alright. I don't know French, okay? You can't blame me. I don't know French. Okay, you know what?
Bueriabès de Nouvelles. Bueriabès de Nouvelles.
There you go. Alright. You can ritual summon with this card. Actually, what's it translate to? Hang on. That. What? Okay. Moving on. Yeah, what does it do? My thoughts exactly. Alright. You can ritual summon this card with the recipe card. If this card is special summoned, you guys pick the top 5 cards to your deck. And if you do, add 1 excavated Nouvelle card to your hand. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Generating resources. I like that. When a card effect is activated that targets this card on the field, or when this card is targeted for an attack, you can tribute this card and 1 attack position monster on either field. And if you do, special summon level 2 or 3 Nouvelle ritual monster from your hand or deck. Okay. So this dude, if he's ever targeted by anything, like an imperm, you can swap him out for something. If your opponent has monsters in attack position, this deck seems like it's actually a going second deck. It does seem going second, but you can play it going first because like a counter trap and stuff. Okay, okay, that's pretty hypey. This card does seem pretty fun. Opponent tries to target it, you can swap it out, and it can generate you a resource. Not bad. What is that? What? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Fire, mountain... Huh? Or is it trying to decipher what this means? Are we talking about the Vanquish Soul requirements? The fire, mountain, and earth. Alright, I think that's what you mean. Oh shit. Chat, get on my screen. Okay. Alright, Cyber Sage. This is a Nouvelle. Who the hell is this? It's a tuner. You can ritual summon this card with Cyanite Ritual. During your main phase, you can fusion summon fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials mentioned from your field or graveyard, including a Cyburst monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can target 1 Cyburst monster or ritual spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. This is like some Duel Links looking card, this thing. Yeah, I think we're Probably passing on this. So this is like a Duel Links sort of a card. You probably they could probably add this to Duel Links, honestly. Yeah, I know that one. Probably not too excited for that one. Alright, moving on to continuing with the Nouvelles. Conferas de Nouvelles. You can just summon this card with the recipe card. If this card is spell summoned, you can target one spell trap on the field and destroy it. When a card or fate activated that targets this card on the field, or it's targeted for an attack, you contribute it and one attack position monster on either field. And if you do, spell summon level 1, level 3 or 4 Nouvelle ritual monster from your hand or deck. Okay, so this is probably one of those one-off sort of cards for background removal, I imagine. You don't want to play too many of this guy. Monster removal is definitely better than background removal in general. Yeah, so he's probably more of a one-off if you're going to play him at all. Might not be worth playing him too much. It's pretty unreliable background removal. It requires your opponent to target it. I guess you can try to self-target stuff to remove back row. It's kind of unreliable. Player removal is a better removal, as MTG taught me. I don't know what Magic the Gathering's been teaching you, buddy, but that sounds dangerous. Alright. Peltis de Nouvelles. Okay. You can summon this card with the recipe card. If this card is special summoned, you can draw one card. Okay, already off to a good start. This is one of the level 3s, by the way. When a card or fate is activated that targets a monster on the field... Oh, this thing's level 2 as well, so it's kind of awkward, because it's wrong level for this guy, if you want to use him, this guy's material, because this guy likes being used as material. This card seems pretty average. Anyway. When a card or fate is activated that targets a monster on the field, or when a monster is targeted for an attack... So it's for any monster on the field, right? Okay. Quick effect. You can choose one Nouvelle monster to control and one attack position monster on either field. If you do, spell summon one level 4 or 5 Nouvelle ritual monster from your hand or deck. Okay, so you summon this thing out, he draws a card. Then if something is targeted, you contribute this guy and something else, or any Nouvelle on your field for that matter. So then summon out a bigger ritual monster. Okay. You bet the names are French dishes? Hang on. You reckon? I mean, Google Translate tells me that this one is... Politis News.
Pueltis de Nouvelles.
There you go. Thank you, Google Translate. I'm sure that was incredibly accurate. Let us cook. Alright. Fue Iglesia de Nouvelles. I give up. You can summon this card with a recipe card. If this card is special summoned, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyards, shuffle them into the deck. Okay. Plenty of effects that's useful for. When a card effect activated that targets a monster on the field, you can swap this thing over or tribute a Nouvelle monster and one Tavish monster. If you do special summon level 5 or 6. Okay. So it's a bit of a graveyard heady one there. We're not too much in a graveyard meta at the moment, to be fair. With Cash Hero around, so probably not the most useful card at the moment. It's not like we're dealing with tiers at the moment, so... Oh, that's probably not even particularly good into tier. Anyway. Okay, big boy. First of our big boys. Balamanure de Nouvelles... Manure? Oh, okay. You can just summon this card with a recipe card. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Nouvelle or recipe card from your deck to your hand. Okay, a Searcher. You can target one type of monster your opponent controls, tribute it. And if you do, spell summon one level 6 Nouvelle ritual monster from your hand or deck. Okay. This is a quick effect if this card was special summoned by the effect of a Nouvelle monster. Okay. Now that's looking pretty good. Alright, so if you summon him via one of your Nouvelle monsters, which is any of these two, right? Yeah, I see one of these two. Then you can special summon out a big boy as a quick effect. That's pretty sick. And it gives you a search as well. Search for either the monster or the spell. That's a pretty good card. Okay, I like it. I like it. Why didn't they give deity a ritual or pendulum yet? Do they not have one? They cover like every other summoning art mechanic. Do they really need ritual as well? Alright. Or you can cheat out a burger. Yeah, okay. Alright. Bear Grylls de Nouvelles. Okay. You can ritual summon this card with a recipe card. If this card is spell summoned, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Okay. This card is spell summoned by the effect of no monster. You can tribute as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. Okay. Quick effect. Your opponent can quick effect. You target one attack which monster your opponent controls, tribute it. And if you do spell summon Hungry Burger from your hand or deck. God damn, a Hungry Burger summoner. So you guys that have never seen Hungry Burger before, because you're living under an absolute rock, here he is. Hungry Burger. The boy himself. He's just a burger. He's literally just a burger. So there you go. Not bad though. I'm definitely feeling like this deck would be more fun going second than first. A negate for your opponent's entire field potentially. That's pretty good. Though to be fair, if they had anything left up, they probably used it before this thing was summoned. And you get a burger. It's a burger that's hungry. What? No way. Alright. Next up, so this is a back to the Vanquish Soul cards. Stake your soul. Reveal one monster in your hand, spell summon one Vanquish Soul monster with the same attribute or a different name from your deck, but return it to the hand during the end phase. So this card is incredible because, like we said earlier, Ash Blossom's fire, fucking whatever else you've got in deck is fire, Vanquish Soul, you can search for this guy, he's your main starter, so pretty dope. You've been playing 3 of this, it's just a search from the deck, so. A search in the deck that uses any of your tech cards. Also, again, very important to note, Kashtira Man here, you can summon him, he searches for Rise Heart. Rise Heart is fire. There's a target for this thing to grab one of your dudes. Yeah, so you're probably going to be playing 2 lots of this guy and just 1 of this, just for search targets. So, definitely playing 3 of this thing. The contrast of these 2, like, characters together is so weird. Like, fairy-looking character and the big, like, I don't even know what to call that thing, some dragon-looking thing. The contrast is so odd-looking, but anyway. Virtual Soul are based on fighting games or mainly in Mortal Kombat, are they? Yeah, I don't remember the fairy character in Mortal Kombat, but anyway. None of these characters look like Mortal Kombat characters, but anyway. Maybe I'm just out of the loop with Mortal Kombat, but I remember Kano looking like this. Alright. Where's Sub-Zero, huh? Anyway. Alright, next up. Where are we up to? Up to here, right? I'm on to the recipes. Oh, it's the versus screen, I see. Alright, today's... Why is this one got... Okay, why have these got translations, but the fucking other guys do not? No translations for these, but this actually got just a translation on it. Today's menu, or Voika la carte. Reveal 2 Nouvelle monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent chooses one for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the other into the deck. Then you add one of these cards from your deck or graveyard to your hand based on the monster type added to your hand by this effect. A fish recipe or a meat recipe? Okay. So you reveal 2 monsters and you get to grab their corresponding recipe. But you don't get to decide which. So Beast Warrior or Warrior? There's a lot of Beast Warrior warriors to choose from. Okay, I see. Okay. Well, this card's probably a 3-of considering it searches for a ritual monster and a ritual spell. That's pretty important, but it's kind of annoying that you can't search for 2 of the same name. It means you can't guarantee grab this little fella, for example. Interesting. Joel. Goddamn fish recipe. Okay. Original bamboo sword. What? There's another bamboo sword? The equipped monster gains 0 attack. When the equipped monster inflicts battle... Wait, what am I saying? When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage by a direct attack, you can destroy all monsters your opponent currently controls, or your opponent controls. You send this equipped card to the graveyard, equip 1 bamboo sword, equip spell from your deck to 1 face-up monster in the field. Okay, I mean, that's pretty useful for the bamboo draw combos that people like doing, I guess. But it's what's like an extra FTK enabler, I guess. It's just a search effect. My French grandfather was the final butcher in the finest butcher in all of France, but his title has been taken by you butchering the shit out of these guys. Yeah, good one, bro. Good one. Good one, chat. Alright. Nouvelle restaurant and table. When this card is activated, you can add one recipe card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Once per turn, you can place 1 ritual monster from your hand on the bottom of the deck and draw 1 card. Once per turn during your end phase, you can target 2 cards in your graveyard, place them on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1. Okay, multiple draws, and this thing can search for a recipe. That's pretty sick. I think the main issue, though, is you got all these draws, but I don't think this deck plays many hand traps, because it's a ritual deck, and ritual decks struggle to play actual tech cards, so... Drawing a bunch of cards is cool, but it's not as cool when you're not playing a deck that has very many techs in it to begin with, so... Yeah, especially the end phase draw on here is not that great. But yeah, we like search cards, so good enough. We do be in. While we got the Vanquish Soul support, the TC only got, so it'll be like full power. Master was doing some weird stuff recently, because then Master also just get a brand new card from the OCG that just got released. Konami might actually be making the games slowly merge together in meta. Like, that actually might be slowly happening. Maybe not actually fully merge in meta, because they have different ban lists and stuff, but they might actually be just sort of slowly pushing the games closer on their releases. Which I'm a bigger fan of. I don't really like there's like 6 billion years between card releases. It's kind of lame. It's kind of annoying that like a lot of the decks are sold before they even reach Master Duel. It'd be kind of cool if they released the cards before they were solved. You know? Anyway. Next up, we have your meat recipe. Your Recetti de Vida... That one. This can't be used to summon any... oh no, I didn't even go for the fish recipe yet. Whatever, we'll go to this one first. This can be used to summon any Nouvelle ritual monster. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster that you're ritual summoning. Then if you're ritual summoned, you can play the following effect. Change all defense position monster opponent controls to attack. Okay, that's pretty useful. So this thing can change the, again, it's a useful effect to have because a lot of these monsters require you to tribute attack position monsters. So ritual summoning using this thing can change all your opponent's stuff to being, yeah, defense position, attack position. But you need to specifically special summon what? Kofiras, whoever that is. Little Dragon. Alright, then we have the fish. This card can be used to ritual summon any blah blah blah. You must all choose monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed. Then if you ritual summoned the little guy, I think, this dude. You play the following effect. Add 1 recipe ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you either have a search effect or you have a change battle position effect. Damn, if your opponent's just gonna choose the one Damn, why does your opponent get to choose which card it is? They're always going to give this one. Because if they give this one, they're actually hard griefing. This gives you a add to look at the top 5 cards, add a card to hand, and this one gives you a search as well. So double search if they choose this thing, if they choose it from this one. But if they choose this one, you kind of get griefed. Anyway, it's kind of... If your opponent... Hopefully your opponent just doesn't know what any of these cards do, and they just go ahead and choose the wrong one. That's the hope. It's because you're recommending them something? Well, can I recommend them just this one? Like, come on. That is pretty funny, though. It does match the card art. It's lower level, it must be worse. Giga Brain. I mean, to be fair, Master Duel, it probably doesn't show you which card... it will show you the cards. I don't think you're gonna bother. Never mind. Hopefully your opponent can't read. That's the main dream. Alright. Next up, we have a card that in the card art is only in OCG or something? I think this card must be new support. Alright. Cultinary Confrontation. Choose one Nouvelle Pendulum Monster and one... whatever that is, Pendulum Monster from your hand, deck, and or extra deck, and spell summon both monsters, one to each field. Okay. Also, this turn you cannot use monsters and material for a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link Summon, except Nouvelle monsters. During your main phase, you banish this card from your graveyard, and target one face-up monster on the field. It gains 200 attack for each recipe. You can use one effect once per turn. So, that's pretty sick. So, what's the, So, you grab this dude. What's the other card I can grab? Patisserie monsters. What the hell is that? Patisserie. How do you pronounce this thing? This thing? Then toss this thing on your opponent's field? If you have no card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can place one face-up Pendulum Monster from your extra deck on your Pendulum Zone. Okay, so I guess the main use is just give your opponent a monster in attack position for your tribute effects, if they have everything in defense, I guess, or for turn 1. Hi Loom, I had one of the best times at Collecticon Houston the past weekend. Met the real Chuck Norris, Dan Green. Why was Chuck Norris and Dan Green at the same event? That's interesting. Anyway, what's up, buddy? That's an interesting collab there. But anyway, all right. So this card seems pretty sick. I've never seen this card in my life, but I guess it's a bit of a flavor card. That one. That's pretty cool. I assume you're probably playing 3 of this, because searching this card is just great. This thing has so many effects that are relevant, so... Alright, Cynet Rollback. Target one of your banished Cyburst monsters, special summon it. During your main phase, if your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 2 of your banished Cyburst monsters, add them to your hand. If your life points are 2,000 or less? I mean, I guess you're more used to the first effect. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst card, but I don't think it's particularly going to be that useful in meta-relevant wise. It's definitely easily searchable. But let's see if anything's actually... if anyone's playing it. I don't think it'll be that played, if anything. One guy. There you go, had one topping. In Ignista. There you go. And it's... I don't know why he was playing it, but there you go. It was played by one guy. It legit could be a Duel Links card, legitimately. We do like search and Cynet cards with in that game. Alright. Vanquish Soul continue, question mark? Why is it a question? Pay 500 life points, then target one vanquished monster in your graveyard. Either add it to your hand or special summon it in defense position. You can activate once per turn. In your graveyard? I mean, I guess this is a one-off if you want recursion, but it's probably not necessary to run it. It's hard to look up lists for this deck though, because this deck is has no toppings at all. 0 toppings, so I can only look through. Oh, it still hasn't reset yet. Reset. Hello? That's just not going to search for me, is it? Oh no, Vanquish Soul. So this is the other archetype. Never mind. So this is the recipe archetype. This is the other archetype. This is Vanquish Soul. So is this played in Vanquish Soul? Does anyone run this thing? One Oz by looks of things, maybe? Let's have a look. So everybody's running it at 1. So they like the special summon. Okay. Like the recursion, I mean. Okay. So most people are running it at 1. Okay. Vanquish Soul is 2 brick with only 1 pot. I mean, that could be pretty similar to how Kashtira has been in Master Duel, where they've kind of struggled with only 1 pot of Prosperity. But we have got things like Small World and stuff, so it's not that bad. It'll probably be okay. I read most of the Vanquish Soul cards, and they have an interesting concept, but that's it. I mean, if you're saying they're not gonna be not gonna be relevant, they have got a lot of toppings IRL, like a lot of them. So I think they're pretty decent of an archetype. They're not just a funny concept. They got, I think it was Sunset in chat earlier. They had like 2nd place at a YCS recently, and they got 4th place at Worlds. So they're definitely more than just a concept. They're kind of decent of an archetype. All right, Vanquish Soul Dust Devil. Target 1 Vanquish Soul monster you control, change its battle position. Then you can change face up monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position, up to the number of Vanquish Soul monsters you control with different names. This is a quick play. Is this guy played? I mean, that effect sounds pretty good, because like, we already like this effect because it's very good against Kashtira specifically. We're already playing like Book of Moons and stuff, so. Oh my god, none of these. But wait, is anyone actually playing it? Vane. Should probably just keep some of these decks up rather than closing them, but anyway. Doesn't look like we're playing it. No, nobody's running it. No, this guy's playing it. That sounds weird that you wouldn't play it as a one-off searchable, because it seems like a pretty good effect. Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good effect to me. You don't really need it as a one-off search effect though, but it sounds pretty good. Because we're already playing a lot of Book of Moon style effects in this game currently. Yeah, I guess IRL there isn't actually a Rise Heart right now, so that's probably why those lists specifically aren't running it. We could look at some older lists maybe. I don't know how long ago Rise Heart was banned. Was a Rise Heart banned before Vanquish Soul came out? So I'm not sure if any of these lists will be able to cover that then. This guy's playing 2 of it. And I think I'd probably play it at least 1. It seems like a pretty good card to be running as a searchable one of. A lot of people are, so I think I probably would. Actually, I think that Cade actually posted a thing where it shows... Oh no, he didn't post it, never mind. No, he did post the breakdown. OCG and TCG deck breakdown. Is the spell card in here? 50%. 100%. Is this OCG? So in the OCG, they love this card. In the TCG, they don't like it as much. That's interesting. Pure format diff, I guess. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna be running one of it, so I think I'm gonna agree with the OCG on this one. That's interesting, though. Tigaboo Turbo, yes. The deck does like playing There Can Only Be One. You are going to be seeing a lot more There Can Only Be One on the ladder, which is it... Please tell me it's limit 1 in this game. I just type that. Hello? Is that really not going to work? I give up, I don't care enough. Should we just cut that maybe? Oh, there can be only one. I'm stupid. Is that 2? Why is it at 1, man? Come on. That's cringe. Alright, moving on. Signet Circuit. Alright, target 1 Firewall Link monster you control. Spirit summon any number of monsters from your graveyard to either player's zones. Oh my god. To either player's zones linked to that monster. If your life points is 1,000 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard, return 1 Firewall Link monster from your graveyard to your extra deck. Then you Spirit summon that monster from your extra deck. Okay. A card we're just not going to care about at all. I don't think Firewall is much of an actual, like, archetype in itself. It's mostly just more for the, more of a package, and I don't think we care about this as being used as part of, like, a package deal. Yeah, and we're not going to use this thing. At least I don't think we are. Seems very... yeah. Alright. Vanquish Soul, Snow Devil. Reveal up to 1 of each dark, earth, and fire monsters in your hand and apply the following effects in sequence based on the number revealed. Alright, inflict 400 damage to your opponent. Then you can spare or summon Vanquish some monsters from your hand. Okay, that's pretty decent already. 2. Inflict 600 damage to your opponent. Also, this turn, Vanquish some monster control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, kind of not that relevant, because most things can get around that, but anyway. Inflict 800 damage to your opponent that you can destroy all monsters on the field. Okay. So a searchable trap card, Raigeki, that can summon a monster from your hand and make your monsters immune to destruction. So that's why it defends you from the last effect. Okay, that's pretty sick. So 1 card, nuke the entire field, protects your own cards, burns your opponent for a bit, and special summons potential more disruption, such as destroy effects like this dude, or bounce effect like this one. Alright, that seems pretty decent. This guy's got a destroy effect as well, right? Okay, that's pretty sick. I assume we're definitely playing this card. Easy thrust evade. I don't think thrust needs to search for this thing though, because you just search it via their own effects. But I guess you could search for this via thrust and then just search for something else like this thing via your standard combo. Then you'd have 2 lots of disruption, which is pretty sick. Maybe that's a reason to play this card, because you're playing thrust for this thing potentially, and then you just search for this one with your standard effects. Kind of okay at best. I mean, I don't think we're caring too much about the destruction immunity as much as the board nuke effect and special summon effect from this, you know? Most annoying floodgate. Yeah, Tikaboo is a bit of an ass card, that one. We do hate that thing. Not sure why it's still illegal, honestly, but anyway. Alright, Vanquish Soul, Trinity Burst. Okay, target 1 Vanquish Soul monster control. Special summons 2 Vanquish monsters from your hand with different names from each other, neither of which has the same original attribute. Then you can return to the hand all cards your opponent controls that are in the same columns as the targeted monsters you control. Special summoned by this effect. Okay, so you can either have a nuke or return to hand if you want to. So I assume we're going to play this card more, and this one's for like specific meta matchups. Like if there was a meta where you can't destroy things, so they're immune to destruction or something, you'd play maybe this one instead. Let's have a look if anyone was if any of these guys were playing it. Quick look at some of these decks and some of the older ones as well over here. Probably should be checking out the OCG too, because these are all These aren't even OCG decks. Let's have a look at some OCG ones as well. No, they're only playing. This guy's only playing Destruction card. Oh, there's the Takeaboos. Oh god. Wait, has TCG got Takeaboo at 3? That's fucking rough for you guys. Holy. It looks like Summon Limit. Oh, you guys are gross. Stop. Okay. This guy's not playing the trap card at all, huh? Another guy not playing the trap card. Was it not released yet or something? Oh, no, it was released. Those guys are just kind of weird. Okay. Now, where's the OCG list? These ones are OCG, right? Yeah, they're all on this. Alright, so they're all playing at sort of 1. Not, all playing the other trap card at 1. They're not playing that one. Yeah, I think I like the 1-on-1 ratios of these two. And playing Thrust, maybe. Or not playing Thrust. Depends on how desperate this deck is on space. So this trap card seems like it's not getting any play over this one. Summon Limit Hurls, yep. The pack comes in 3 days. It depends on where you live or your time zone is for you, I think. I can't exactly say the exact time, because for me it's the November 9th, but for you guys it's, I don't know what fucking day. November fucking 10th for most of you or something, I don't know. It's probably a day early, maybe November 8th for most of you guys. I don't know how that works. Just open this website and you'll be able to see a little countdown here to when it comes out. Alright, moving on. We have your staff recipe. This is for the back to the ritual deck. You can target one ritual monster you control, special summon one Nouvelle token. This token's level becomes the same as that monster's. You can send this face-up card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Ritual summon one Nouvelle ritual monster in your hand by attributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal that. You can use each effect once per turn. I don't think this is particularly that great. I don't think... Normally, if we want a ritual summon during your opponent's turn, you want an effect that sort of activates upon a ritual summon, which I don't think any of these really do that sort of stuff. They're more relying on your opponent to sort of target something, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I like this too much. It's kind of, and like I said earlier, it's kind of hard to see actual deck lists and stuff for Nouvelle, because Nouvelle doesn't have any topping lists, so it's just whatever random people have created. I've already forgotten how to spell this archetype. Okay, so it's kind of hard to sort of have no toppings. I don't think anyone played this card though. Maybe not. Maybe at 1 at most. I don't know. It seems pretty average. Yeah, maybe 1. I think I'd probably cut it though. It seems to be like I'm 50-50 at the moment, so I don't know. Up to you if you want to run it. I don't think I like it too much though. Attract the ritual summons. Cool idea, but bad game text. I just think it's not the deck that particularly wants to run it. I don't know, especially considering the card you're going to be searching for, if you do have a search choice, is this one. A Chef's Special Recipe. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control a Nouvelle ritual monster, you can negate the activation, then you can destroy that card. If you control a monster, they'll special summon by the effect of a Nouvelle monster. If you special summon Hungry Burger, you can banish this card from your graveyard, attribute as many monsters your opponent controls as possible. Okay, so this thing is fantastic for being obviously an Omni Negate, and it can also search, or attribute all your opponent's stuff if you've managed to summon out the Burger himself, which is summoned off of your boss monster, so... Yeah, this card I think you're going to search for 100% of the time over this thing, so I don't think you run this thing. It's funny how for me, Super Poly is acceptable for me, but Peekaboo is a real no-go. Floodgates is just the no-go. I mean, I think most people are pretty much on the same wavelength. I don't really mind going second cards too much, just because going second is generally not favored in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, whenever you see, like, a tweet from any pro player trying to play through a tournament, they always put the coin toss in their tweet for every single match they play. I always think that's kind of sad that the game is to a point where you have to put like, oh, round 1 I lost because I lost the coin toss, or round 2 I lost because I lost the coin toss. So if there's any cards like Sewer Poly or Thrust, or cards that are like really strong but they're only good for going second, or like they're mainly good for going second, I don't mind them too much. Like, Sewer Poly is a bit of a weird one because it's also incredibly good going first as well, so I guess that one's debatable. But certainly cards like Evenly Matched or something are way more acceptable to me than cards like Tikaboo. Anyway, Vanquish Soul, Calamity Caesar. When an opponent spell a trap card or monster effect is activated that targets a card you control, while you control a Vanquish Soul monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it. Then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of a Vanquish Soul monster you control. Alright, so this card was reading pretty good until I read that it was for targeting effects, and I sort of lost interest. Yeah, I'd be surprised if anyone was running this, at least if they are. It shouldn't be more than one at most. I'm pretty sure we went through most of the Vanquish Soul list, right? And they weren't playing it because they're only playing either this. They weren't even playing this trap card. They're only playing this one. So yeah, this card is going to see 0 play, I imagine. That seems really bad. All right, X-Stox Hydra. Targeting something we laugh at even in Duel Links, yeah. Targeting negation has never been a thing. I can't remember what that one card is, but there's a trap card in Duel Links that has been there since like the game's inception, and it's never seen play. I can't even bother looking it up. It's got like that muscly dude in the card art. It's been in the game since inception, it's just never seen play, because it's just such a useless effect. Alright. X-Stox Hydra. 2 monsters you control special summon from the extra deck. Oh, it's a you control. I was going to say it's like a 6 Sewer Poly target, but then no. It's 2 monsters you control. Monsters your opponent controls are the same type, fusion, synchro, exceeds, pendulum, or linked as any material used for this card's fusion summon lose attack equal to their own original attack. When this card inflicts 1,000 more battle damage to your opponent, you can draw 1 card for every 1,000 damage you inflicted. So does anything actually use this? I assume not really. Actually, I guess you can summon this thing with some random ass deck and just use it for card draw. It's not the worst. It's probably not like too exciting though. Not the worst. It's not a Sewer Poly target though, thankfully. If it was, I'd be a little bit more concerned about it. One dude, if I get a non-meta deck. Yeah. Probably not going to be too hyped on that one. Great content. Thank you, buddy. Alright, onto a good fusion monster though, or a good card to put in your graveyard. So, Cyberse blah blah blah. 1 Cyberse ritual monster, fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link monster, plus 1 Cyberse monster. So already, that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good Sewer Poly target, that one. Maybe. Wait, so is that Cyberse, fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link? Or is that Cyberse ritual, and then just fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link? You get what I'm saying, right? Is that Cyberse applying to the fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link? Or is it just applying to the ritual for this thing's material? If anyone in chat actually knows. I think it matters too much, so I'm pretty sure this card's being used more for its graveyard effect, but... Cyberse is for all of them? Okay, well that makes it infinitely worse as a Sewer Poly target then. Alright. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Cyberse monster from your hand, then you can make this card's level become the same as that monster. When your opponent activates a spell, trap, or effect while you control a Link 4 or higher Cyberse monster, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, from your field or graveyard, negate the activation, but doesn't destroy it, so keep that in mind, because it won't destroy like floodgates or field spells. You use the effect once per turn. Okay. Wait, I see one person say... Wait, what? Yeah, so one side. Okay. So this card is mostly going to be seeing a lot of play in Mathmech now if you want to play it. The Mathmech combos I was showing earlier. So... You have a choice with Mathmech now if you want to play the new Firewall stuff. Playing the ad. I've already played 2 ads for this guy's video. Why do I have to play 2 more? This guy's making bank off me. Anyway. So, you have 2 options. We, of course, have the one from earlier, which I showed, which is this thing. We just summon out the big guy, the big new card with your Math Makes Super Factorial. Or, you can go for the older card, wherever it is. This dude, which I've already forgotten its name, whatever this dude's name is. Big guy. And this guy will now have option to put this card in the graveyard. So you have a negate. So you either have a negate, or you have the new big, this dude over here, which we'll go through in just a bit. So I think it's a negate or a bounce effect is your 2 options, and most people choose the negate. What the hell is this thing called? It's... So I don't think you get the negate as well. Maybe you get the negate as well with this one. Let's see if this guy mills it in his combo. I don't think he does. Yeah, he doesn't. So I don't think you generally get the new Firewall out with it, but you get the old one out with it. Alright, either way, this card's going to be great. You're going to be seeing it quite a bit, I imagine. You'll even see it in deck lists that, in other deck lists that can make Link 4s randomly. If you can put it in the graveyard, that is. Alright. Alright, Rock of the Vanquisher. So this card's going to be your Link 1. We know Link 1s are very abusable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just about every single one of them becomes useful in some way, so... This card's pretty good, I imagine. Cannot be used as link material. While you control a Vanquish Soul monster, your opponent's monsters can only target monster you control with the highest attack for attacks. So this means this thing you've been having a 0 attack doesn't matter. During the main phase as a quick effect, you can activate one of these effects. Spin or summon one Vanquish Soul monster from your hand. And that's a, okay, quick effect, okay. Main phase, quick effect. Add one Vanquish Soul monster from your graveyard to your hand. So that second effect is very important because it means Dimension Shifter is usable in this. Because you summon a card, you link it off for this thing. It can add that thing back. Dimension Shifter's live. So, yeah. Pretty good. We like making Dimension Shifters live. And obviously this thing has a special summon effect too. So, also very good. So you'll be seeing a lot of this card. Probably a 3 of, I imagine, in most decks. I don't think I even need to look that up. I'm pretty sure it's a 3 of in most decks. Alright, Link Decoder. 1 level 4 or lower Cyburst monster. Another Link 1. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for a Cyburst Link monster with 2,300 or more original attack, you can spell summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay. Okay, that sounds pretty good. A Link 1 that instantly revives itself if you use it as Link material for a high attack monster? I don't know what the combos are for this thing yet. I don't think it was using any of these in this one. Might have been, I don't know. But that sounds like a pretty neat little card. I'm no Cyburst expert, but that sounds like a pretty sick effect for a Link 1. Actually, I haven't seen any play yet. Maybe it's not that great. Effect seems pretty sick though. I haven't seen any tournament play though, Alex, of things. Kind of surprised by that. Seems like a sick effect. But I guess Cyburst decks outside of Mathmech probably don't see much play in general. Alright. A new S-Force card. Okay. We just got one of these, just got new S4 support and Duel Links, so what are they getting in Master Duel now? 1 non-Link S-Force monster, so another Link 1, my god. Each of your opponent's monsters in the same column as one of your S-Force monsters cannot target the monsters in its same column for attacks. I think you already have an S-Force monster that does that. Or one that does something similar. During the main phase, quick effect. You can target one S-Force monster you control, shuffle it into the deck, then you Spirit Summon one of your banished S-Force monsters. So link one, then grab back your banished cards. Okay, so I assume that's pretty good for S-Force, but S-Force is an archetype in Master Duel. I don't think I've actually seen it ever played in Master Duel, so probably not something to get too excited about. I don't think this is making the archetype particularly great. Let's see if anyone in Master Duel is playing this thing, or playing S-Force. Let's have a look. Is anybody playing S-Force? S-Force. June 19th it was played? That's it. Just one June 19th deck was played and a bunch of other festivals. Yeah. I think I probably passed on this one. Okay. Protect Code Talker. 2 effect monsters, a link 3. Alright. Your opponent cannot target link 4 high monster you control with card effects, also they cannot be destroyed by battle. If you control a Firewall link monster quick effect, you can banish link monsters from your graveyard whose combined link rating equals exactly 3. Spell summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, so you can summon a link 4, then you can summon this thing back and it protects your boss monster? That's pretty sick. It also has 2300 worth of stats, so you can, if you summon this thing using this, it could bring this dude back. It should be a link 3 into a link 4. That's pretty cool, that's pretty cool. I don't think this gets used as part of the standard Mathmech combo, which is the main thing you'll be doing it with. I'm pretty sure they just go transverse into, yeah, they don't use it. That's cool all the same. It's cool all the same. Probably might be used in some other archetype. I don't think it's used in, let's see if it's used in Ignista or something. Maybe Ignista uses it. No, don't think anyone's using it right now. It's just sometimes the search thing's kind of bugged, so we'll search via this thing. Rescue Ace is using it a bit? Let's see if Rescue Ace was using that link 1 card and it was bugged. So I'm very surprised nobody was playing this. Oh yeah, it has way more uses. It was actually just bugged. So Salad was using it, Rescue Ace is using it, some Mathmech, some Firewall Mathmechs are playing it. Okay. But a lot of Rescue Ace users. I don't know why Yoda Project was showing nothing from Elite Dakota. It was in a YCS winning and top 4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I was showing nothing either, but we could see it now. It was just randomly bugged. It seems like it's more used in Rescue Ace than Mathmech. And whatever Diabellstar is? I have no idea what that is. There's quite a few Mathmechs using it too. It just seems like such an easy link climb combo. Alright. Well, we'll see if I end up running it. I'm not sure if I'll run it or not. That seems like a pretty nasty link 1 though. Alright, enough stalling. Let's look at the actual boss. Hey, Glove. Rescue Ace is tier 1 on OCG. Is it currently the best? Goddamn. I knew it was pretty good IRL, but I didn't know it was that good. Isn't, I thought, whatever it's called is... The deck that likes destroying things was currently the, best deck in the game, IRL. Rescue Ace use Heat Soul to draw. Yeah, it seems like such an easy thing to summon. Because Heat Soul has the 2300, right? Yeah, it does. Reburger support? Hell yeah. Fire Kings, that's OCG. That's good in OCG. Some of the other deck that likes destroying things. Forgot the name of it. God damn it. There's a YCS in here somewhere, wasn't there? Is it really not showing up here? This one, Unchained, right? This one Unchained was currently really good. So I saw there was like a YCS yesterday that was on that had 2 Unchained in the final. Alright. Let's actually read out this card and stop stalling. Alright, Firewall Dragon Singularity. 3 effect monsters. Quick effect. You can target cards your opponent controls and or in their graveyard up to the number of different types of monsters, ritual, fusion, synchro, or exceeds you control and in your graveyard. Return them to the hand. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each card returned. If a monster this card points to is destroy a battle or sent to the graveyard, you can target one Cyburst monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You use each effect once per turn. Alright, so this thing is a pretty big monster. It's a Link 6. Takes 3 or more effect monsters and has potential to bounce a whole bunch of cards. And it's a whole bunch of... Oh my god. Gets 500 attack for each card returned. Jeez. Has a little bit of potential to bring back stuff too. So this thing, I'll show you this combo. So this is how you can summon it in MathMech. It's not the ideal, it's potentially not the ideal play, because you probably want to go for the this one instead. But you can summon it in MathMech very easily, just off of 1 card. A 1 card combo. So I'll just show you that real quick. People interested? I'll show this in a video too. When the stuff releases, but summon your dude. Summons out the other guy from the extra. Lingaribo. Those 2 become Splash Mage. Splash Mage can revive back. This guy can revive. Go into the MathMech. Search for Circular, of course. Circular grab. Don't even know what Circular grabs the Nubler? That grabs your Sewer Factorial. Final Sigma. Transcode Talker, revive. And there's the link, all the links required for your big boy. So that gives you a link and an exceed for the bouncer effect for 2, right? Because this thing can use link or exceed? No. Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed. It only has a bounce effect of, what, 1 then? It's only a bounce of 1, right? I thought it was a bounce of 2. This guy even said it was a bounce of 2. It's only a 1 bounce. It seems pretty bad.
Flash Mage and the Transcode Talker, and you're going to go ahead and summon out a copy of Firewall Dragon Singularity. So that's basically the combo just with 1 card. What you're going to end on is you're going to have the 2 interruptions, basically the double bounce with Singularity because you have an Xyz monster and Link monster in the graveyard, and then...
It's got a Xyz monster and a Link monster, but I thought Singularity required only... Did it only for Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, and Exceed, right? Yeah, this guy might have made an error there, right? At least counting the Super Factorial. Either way, it doesn't sound all that great as opposed to just going for the old dude with the negate. This card and sending the new fusion to the graveyard. I mean, it's a cool way to summon it later on in the game if you still have the resources, because then you can summon it out and you might have the fusion in the graveyard, potentially, from using the other card's effect. Isn't there a fire? Yeah, there's this dude that bends one, unless there's one of the other Firewall monsters we're talking about. Yeah, anyway, there's the that's the new boss monster. So Victoria gets another exceed. Well, I don't think we're counting the super pectorial bounce in there. I think specifically from just the singularity. Only has one bounce from that, which doesn't seem all that worth. But V linking, yeah. I think it's probably better to just go for There's probably other decks that are better for summoning this in anyway. Let's see how many archetypes are playing this thing. I assume it was just Mathmech and Iconista are the main ones. Let's see if anyone else is. Oh damn, there's only 2 decks there. Anyone in the OCG? Okay, a lot more in the OCG. Emancipator? Draco Slayer, Ignista, Manadium, Ignista, Mathmech, Ignista. Yeah, it's mostly Ignista. Even the Mathmech guys, there isn't that many of them playing it. Because it's not that great in Mathmech. That's the second bounce. No, it's only one per it's per different types. So if you have, it's only one ritual, one fusion, synchro. So you can't have 2 Xyzs in the graveyard doesn't equal 2 bounces. It'd only be 1 bounce. But yeah, that's the new box. So, or new pack. Honestly, it seems like a pretty fun pack. I'll definitely be making the 3 videos from in here because there's only 3 lots of content. Unless you want to play the new S4 stuff, which that's not for me. So you'll be seeing a Nouvelle video from me, a Vanquish Soul video from me, and a Mathmech video from me, I think. And I will play this in the new Mathmech, but I think I'll just show off this 1-card combo and just be like, it's probably not the combo you should be going for, but you can summon it if you feel like it. I mean, the combo is probably really good later on. Like, if you just want to go for like your opponent's board's empty or something, and you're in a grind game, and you just draw into this guy. If you have the resources left to go for it, you probably don't even have the resources left for it. So I don't know how many copies of this guy you're on. It doesn't sound that hard to open. So I guess if later on in the game, it's cool to summon this guy out. Especially later on in the game, there's a chance you might even have the fusion in the graveyard you dump off of this dude. If you don't use the negate. And that'll give you an extra bounce with it, guy. There might be some other cool combos you can do with this anyway. So maybe someone in my comment section when I post the video can tell me about some cool combos. It's gonna be good in Draco Slayer. We did see there was one Draco Slayer list down here. Topping a tournament with it. Is that just because they use all the different attributes? Oh, not attributes, different summoning mechanics? I think it was on it. Thank you, CB. Yeah, so this should be a fun pack anyway. Should be a fun pack. I'm not sure what they're gonna do about this god card stuff, but hopefully it's not a gacha thing. Hope they just give it to us for free. Copium. Don't make me have to fucking dig for an alt art obelisk or something. Alright boys, I think that's going to do it for the stream, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you want to see any of the videos, to subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Follow on Twitch for, I don't know, because you feel like it, I don't know. You're for tuning in anyway, those that stayed around. But yeah, it's been fun. This pack does seem pretty awesome, so... yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream anyway.
Card games on motorcycles!
Duel room? No, we're not doing a duel room now, we're ending the stream. Stream is ending. It's currently 1:40 here, so... God card animations learn. Some point.
Shit can't even get anything right.
I do find it amazing we don't actually have them in the game yet. How long has Mars still been out now? We don't actually have them yet. But anyway.
Together. Worthless.
Doesn't matter if they're in a pack game full of this shit. Alright.